Sarge?
Have you got something against eating in the canteen, Reg?
Look, say you got something you couldn't handle.
Morning, Alec.
Morning, sir.
Hollis. Everything quiet?
Yeah, everyone's having a Saturday lie-in, sir.
Right. Who's at the Coronation Buildings?
Inspector Munro's on his way, sir, and Marshall and Quinnan are standing by there.
Good, good. Other units, if necessary?
They were all briefed at parade, sir.
Well, hopefully they won't be needed, eh?
What is he doing at 7:30 on a Saturday morning?
Making sure nobody's stuffing themselves in the front office.
Oh, they've taken over. Dogs, rhinos. Used to be a good area, this. Well sought after, these flats. Even my auntie used to live here. She painted the steps with that red shiny stuff she did. Now it's just a dog's bog.
Do you think the council deliberately let it run down so they can flog it?
I don't know.
I don't see many of those around here. I think I'll just check it.
Very assiduous. Good word, that. Assiduous. I learnt it off Mike Dashwood.
Sierra Oscar from 85.
MGJ 100. Classy registration.
Defective, I reckon.
The motor?
No, people who shell out a fortune to have their initials on a number plate. Graffiti mentality. Martin George Judge.
Everything all right, June?
Sir?
Martin George Judge.
His car's parked outside Coronation Buildings.
Well, it has been reported missing, has it?
Hmm?
Well, he's got a right to park there, hasn't he?
Just seemed worth checking, sir.
Yeah, I suppose so. Look, keep me informed on this eviction, will you?
Are you expecting trouble?
Well, these things are always sensitive, aren't they?
Yeah. I used to know him. That's Ron White. He used to go to school with my big brother. Beat him up really badly once.
What's he doing here then?
Martin. Derek Conway. Yeah, fine. A bit surprised you're in the neighbourhood. Yeah, look, I'll see you down there, all right? Right.
Come to hold our hand.
So what are you doing here then, eh?
Yeah. You're what's his name? The little Quinnan kid.
Dave.
Dave Quinnan. Is he treating you well?
So what are you doing here?
I'm the bailiff.
Oh, come on.
An officer of the court.
Who was that in the murk then?
Councillor Judge. He's brainwaved this, selling off this lot. You ready?
Inspector Munro.
Any more of your lot coming?
You are?
The bailiff.
We have officers standing by.
You won't need them.
Everything all right?
Yes, sir.
Good.
All right, boys, let's go to work. Come on, then.
Are they the cowboys or the Indians?
Derek?
Morning, Martin.
When you look at this lot, it's hard to see what the objections are to us clearing this area up. We even have junkies leaving needles here, in the play area.
And you're going to change all that then, are you, Martin?
Just watch me. People need gold cards before they can blow their noses in this neighbourhood. Of course, to get things done, you have to crack a few eggs. Well, don't worry, Derek. All above board. Just mopping up a few of the last hangers-on. Possession orders granted. I's crossed, T's dotted.
What's going on?
Seize another. See you over before she gets the boat.
The last mass eviction I went on, we went down in van loads. And we needed them too, and some more.
Well, the thinking this time is that we do it early, before they can organise resistance. And we don't do anything to provoke the situation.
Look, I'll go. Just let me get my things.
That's the theory.
Do it.
When we talked about this eviction, we agreed that a low-key approach would be best.
Well, no Bobby's helmets rolling down the road.
And no adverse publicity for your party.
We're realists.
Well, I'm surprised you're here.
Hands-on management. I'm not in a nice, secure, pinchable job, Derek. I can be voted out at the next election.
You're a very shrewd politician, Martin.
Thank you, Derek.
It wasn't meant to be a compliment.
It's new policing, is it? Sending people like you?
What do you mean?
You know, the smiling, acceptable face of it. Well, you don't fool me. You're just an instrument of the state with all the high-tech backup and tear gas you need if the friendly come on now, love, doesn't work.
The bottom line is you've got to go. The court says so. We're just here to make sure there's no breach of the peace, that's all.
You all eat out of the same trough.
Just calm down.
Leave my things!
Mind what you're doing, will ya? Oi!
Have you spotted lunch later, Derek?
No, I don't think so. Well, maybe, if I can get away.
Good. My treat. Fair enough. We'll go Dutch. I'll phone you later.
How's it going, Andrew?
I didn't expect to see you here, sir.
I was just discussing the situation with Councillor Judge. Have you met?
Well, I'd be happier if we had more bodies on the scene.
Think you're coping splendidly. We felt a low-key approach was best all round.
I'm talking from a policing point of view, not a political one.
I think it's better policing if you can avoid a pitched battle, don't you?
You're supposed to stop this kind of thing! What are you doing now?
Just collect your things.
You people are animals!
Get out! Now, come on, shift yourself. We're not moving. Do you want to bet?
Come on, mate, you haven't got any choice.
Just leave us alone. All right, it's enough of the chat.
Come on, think of your kids.
It's their home. Not anymore, it ain't. In fact, it never has been. You're a parasite, you are. You don't even pay for this place. We're not leaving. All right, see to them. Leave them. Even though I've got more in. Oh, yes. I said leave.
Leave him, all of you! Leave him!
Oh!
Pleased with yourselves.
You leave it or you'll be going with him. I won't tell you again.
You're worse than him.
You better get that seen to.
I'll see to him. Out!
You better get your things.
It's a crime, then, being homeless.
Come on now, move away.
Are you going to make us?
Right, I think everyone's out. I've called for assistance, so you better go with the prisoner.
Right, sir.
I suggest you bring any grievances up with your elected representatives.
They don't listen.
Come on now, move off the side.
We'll have trucks and dogs here next. Next time, the bailiffs won't just walk in and drag children out of bed. We'll be ready.
Maureen! But you're making it very hard for yourself.
Kath, come sort this one out, will you?
Who?
Your flipping squatters encamped in reception.
Dave,
It's novel anyway. We're supposed to go to squats mob-handed. Now they come to us.
it's our community relations approach, Sarge.
If this is the outcome, we better have a rethink.
You'd just like to come this way.
Hang on, you can't keep me here. She won't be able to manage, she relies on me. If anything happens to her, you'll be responsible.
Haven't you got that the wrong way round?
Listen, mate, I was one of the ones who got on the bikes. I came down here to work and paid through the nose for the privilege. First the job went, then the house. It wasn't even the bailiff hammering on the door. If he'd have knocked and been polite, it wouldn't have made any difference. He was another in a long line. As soon as he stepped inside, that were it. We'd been there 2 years. Nobody ever bothered us. Kids didn't even know we were squatters. That's the longest they've ever lived in one place. Have you ever lived in bed and breakfast, have you?
South there, 1973, 2 weeks. Please, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Homely, eager to please, just a week away, not 9 months, 5 in one room, run by a guy who's getting big fat gyros off the social, and he's got a queue of punters lining up if you complain, or if the kids are noisy. If someone broke into your home, what would you do?
Look, it's irrelevant. It's never happened to me.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's happened to me.
But it wasn't your home.
Well, if it feels like you've nowhere else to go, I wanted to kill you. Oh, you understand what I'm saying?
The council have offered you temporary accommodation.
I can't go without Trevor.
You can't just camp here.
I'm not going without him.
You can't stay here.
Where's your helmet, mister?
I suppose we could get the bailiffs to shift them, Sarge?
Stick him in the waiting room for now.
Okay, guys. Off we go. Come on.
Bring the track.
It's straightforward then. ABH.
He panicked, Sarge.
Sounds to me as if Abbott went berserk. The bailiff was only doing his job. Could have been you or Kathy he lashed out at.
Oh, I suppose so, Sarge.
Blimey, Quinlan, you sound like an old woman who says hobgoblins are run off with her garden gnomes.
You know what these rucks are like, Sarge?
I want to know what this particular ruck was like, so get it down, every detail. And go and get a statement off that bailiff. Did he go to hospital?
No, he soldiered on like a good 'un. Obviously gets a lot of job satisfaction.
I'm glad somebody does.
I'll go and see if he's still at the flats.
I hope you take sugar.
What's happening to Trevor?
Nearly forgot. There you go. What are we going to do with that lot? We can't go taking homeless families for people to think we're going soft.
Right.
Yes, miss.
I believe you're holding Mr. Trevor Abbott.
Oh. Can I ask you what your interest is in him?
I'm his solicitor, Sally Parish.
Well, that was quick. How'd you find out he was here?
Look, could I see him, please?
I like your outfit. Yeah. OK. I'll just check. Take a seat. So?
We're not going back in bed and breakfast.
It's all the council has to offer. It's just emergency accommodation.
Nearly a year we were in one of them places last time.
Oh, there's the address.
Trevor will go mad.
Makes a habit of it, does he?
No, I mean really mad. Crack up.
At least it's somewhere for you and the kids.
He'll crack up.
Wakey.
We short of cells then, Sarge?
Have you completed your IRB?
Well, yeah, but since when have we been putting women prisoners in with men?
She's his solicitor.
Oh, that's rich, that is. She was one of the squatters.
You sure?
Well, of course I'm sure. She even gets a mention in my original notes.
Oi, you, out.
I'm seeing my client.
Out.
She's my solicitor!
And I'm Max Miller, O-U-T.
You'll regret this.
Not as much as you.
Check your list. I'm with the Law Centre.
You been to take the statement off that bailiff yet?
Well, yes, Sarge, I'm on my way.
Your vehicle's that way.
We'll tell him to come along then. Yeah, just confirming that you take him.
You know what that clown Hollis has done?
Yeah, that's 3 kids and 1 or 2 adults. Yeah, we're not sure. Thanks, yeah. Yes, Tom.
Hollis has only let one of the squatters through. Said she was a solicitor.
What's her name?
Parish. We should book her.
Sally Parish?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, she's on the list. Look, works at the law centre.
What?
Yeah. Do you ask for her ID?
Since when have we asked solicitors for ID? Anyway, she can't see Abbott. She's a squatter.
I don't think you can stop her.
This is ruddy anarchy.
WBC Marshal.
Sir?
Things go right at the eviction.
Oh, we had to make one arrest, sir. One of the squatters went for the bailiff.
Oh. Was he hurt?
Nasty cut. Didn't stop him carrying on, though.
You and PC Quinnan coped with the situation very well. No serious injuries and not even any martyrs.
Certainly no martyrs. Still a bit of a mess. Standing round watching them smash up the place, it felt like sanctioning vandalism.
Yeah, well, we don't build houses for people. We're just there to stop anyone getting hurt.
Yes, sir.
It's hard enough improving relations in the community. And a show of force at politically sensitive situations can be negative. We can't win. You did well.
Yeah.
There's no charge to answer.
We'll decide that.
No smokescreen you put up can conceal the fact that you were involved in an illegal eviction.
Don't come that. There were court orders. You were all informed. The council even offered temporary accommodation to the families involved.
But the possession warrants didn't stipulate that the bailiff could act in a violent way, using excessive force and threatening behaviour.
Your client cooperated, did he?
My client will, of course, be asserting that he was acting in self-defence, and we've got witnesses.
Oh, yes, you've got a lot of credibility.
About as much as your officers. They saw it all. Perhaps I could see Mr. Abbott now.
Can I go now?
No.
It won't be long.
Where's Maureen? Is she all right?
I'll wait here.
We are entitled to privacy.
In case you need assistance.
What do you think I am?
all right then?
Yeah. Won't stop me swinging my hammer.
That'll please them down at the shelter.
There's nothing else for you to do, is there?
Yeah, we need a statement.
What, off me?
We'll be charging Abbott with assault.
Ah, no, I'm not bothering.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't want to press charges.
Well, he clobbered you, didn't he?
Well, it's nothing. A scratch.
What is this, an impersonation of John Wayne or a social worker?
All in a day's work.
You all right?
Yeah, fine.
Good, good. Everyone out?
Yep, nothing but the mice and the roaches left.
Excellent.
Some of the lads are just making good the fittings.
There's some extra in there for you and the boys.
Cheers.
Well, Constable, you've done pretty well. I'd offer you a gratuity, but I'm pretty sure you wouldn't accept.
I was just telling Mr. Waite here that we need a statement. One of the squatters will be charged.
Oh, I shouldn't think that'll be necessary.
We need one.
Just a scratch, isn't it?
He's already told me that, but...
I'll have a word with Derek, Chief Inspector Conway. I'll commend you to him highly as well, of course.
Very kind. I wish you'd have a word with my sergeant, mate.
If we are going to have disagreements about policing, they are discussed here.
It seemed to me that jumped-up councillor was telling us how to do it.
You think I'm in his pocket?
Of course not.
I realised there was a calculated risk in taking a low profile.
So that the council didn't get bad publicity.
Oh, for heaven's sake! You've seen enough pitched battles with squatters, injuries on both sides, accusations flying backwards and forwards.
We shouldn't let ourselves be patsies.
We weren't patsies. And don't imply that I'm one.
Monroe? Yes, he's here.
Yes. Ah, Martin. Yes, I should be all clear. I'll see you there.
Am I getting through to you, Mrs. Abbott? You can't stay here. Can't we stay just a bit longer? Just till you let Trevor out? Oh, look, we don't know it.
A word, please.
Won't be a moment. Sergeant.
Are you charging them with obstruction?
Of course not.
Well, what are they doing in the front interview room?
Sergeant Peters thought they'd be better off out of the way.
Well, so they would, out of the station. Tell them to get on their way.
I am trying.
Just tell them. I want her husband charged when Quinlan gets back.
Yes, Sarge.
And Abbott's solicitor is saying he was only acting in self-defence and the bailiff used unnecessary threatening behaviour. Get shot of them, come to the office. I want this sorted.
Come on, Mrs. Abbott, get your things together.
What do you think I should do?
Go to the bed and breakfast. It's a roof. It'll give you time to sort yourself out.
What about Trevor?
There's room for him at the bed and breakfast.
Will he be kept here?
It hasn't been decided yet, but you can't stay here.
We're not getting very far, are we, me and Trevor? Things just go from bad to worse. He's always been the one who's done everything. Earned the money, paid the bills. When we've had it coming in. Makes you feel useless, that, doesn't it? Not having any say.
It must do.
Would you leave him? Couldn't be any worse off, could we?
I can't say, can I?
You don't have to. You don't have to, because you don't have to live with it. Watching him sitting there staring at the walls, finding bills hidden under cushions, telling kids to be quiet when there's a knock at the door, pretending it's a joke that we're not in.
You have a choice, Mrs. Abbott. He doesn't have to know where you're going.
Nothing gets done if people can't see further than the ends of their noses. We need visionaries.
Yes, probably. I'm wondering, are we having lunch because we like each other? Or is it a payoff for favours? Or oiling the wheels of the next stage of your vision?
That's how it works, isn't it? The plan to sell off the flats came about at a dinner party. It was finalised over a game of golf. You know how it is.
Yeah, I'm afraid I think I do. How long have we known each other?
I don't know. About 4, 5 years?
Because every time I meet you in a social situation, I get the feeling you're manipulating people.
You think I used you, then?
On the face of it, no. None of my officers were injured. And as you're continually saying, we did avoid the need for a press statement.
Oh, there you are, then.
I'm not going to be a pawn in one of your grand schemes, Martin.
Go on.
I thought we'd never get shot. Give me a minute, so take a mile.
Hey, Reg,
Hey?
you got any more chocolate biscuits?
No! Clear off!
Thank you, darling. I know you don't like talking shop at social events, Derek.
I love talking shop. It's the social events I'm not sure about.
Fair enough. You're straight with me. The young officer who attended the eviction. Oh, now, don't worry. They were both exemplary by all accounts.
I've got no worries with my officers.
I'll write a letter to the Commissioner, commending both of them.
Get to the point.
It was mentioned that you might charge one of the squatters for having a go at the bailiff.
If he's committed a criminal offence, we will, yes.
I suspect it was a spur-of-the-moment thing. Someone understandably under stress. Protecting his family, from all accounts.
They're all poor victims now, are they?
Why don't we just let the matter drop? It's not in anybody's interest to let the matter drag on in court. Wait, the one he hit, reckons it was an accident.
Accident?
In the general commotion. He certainly doesn't want to take it any further.
You mean you don't?
The fact is, we've had a serious offence committed which both of you witnessed. Now, when this goes up to the CPS, I want it to be cast iron.
Well, he's not some hard case or junkie, Sarge. He's just had a run of bad luck.
Look, Quinn, and I don't want the pulp fiction, I want the facts.
Ron Waite doesn't want to take it further.
Can I have a word, Tom, please?
Yes, sir. Would you mind waiting outside for a minute?
About the eviction.
The bailiff reckons he doesn't want us to proceed against the squatter.
Yes, I know. I've just had lunch with Councillor Judge, the puppet master.
He's not pulling our strings as well, is he?
If he gets half the chance, yeah.
But Abbott's bricking it in there, thinking she can't manage without him.
It's the male ego for you. He's even got her believing she can't manage on her own.
What, and you feel she can?
There's no point in putting up with a man who tries to run your life and then makes a mess of it.
Sergeant Penny will be explaining what course of action we're taking with Abbott. Well done again.
So what's happening then, Sarge?
I wish someone would tell me how I'm expected to do this job. There's political wheeling and dealing on one side and incompetence on the other. Hello? You can come and collect your things.
What's happening?
We've decided not to take proceedings.
Where's my wife?
Tell him.
Bed and breakfast.
Oh, it'll have to do till we get sorted. What address? She'll be wondering what's happening.
She doesn't want you to know where they've gone. Says she'll be in touch.
She wouldn't just go.
Come on, come and get your things.
I haven't got anything.